proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the fray, and the home of the brave.
What's up, everybody? Welcome this afternoon. Thank you for being here. I am so glad that you made it back into the country club. Woohoo! We're having a great day. Not really, because all that printing that y'all got to watch this morning when everybody was like, what the heck's going on? He's streaming so early in the morning, blah, 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 blah. I got all that crap this morning. Yeah, it failed. And not because of the support, but because of my fault. Somebody tried to skimp on some filament, and that left holes on some of the top surfaces. Not because of heat, but because of the infill that I tried to get away with, and the way it lays down, you know, the top layers. And I tried to get away with 3 top layers instead of 4. And so we're going to stop this after a quarter of a roll of filament. I'm going to stop it now and cancel. So I just stopped the T800. Now I will say, other than, you know, me screwing up, it printed well. It really did. And I think one of the problems here was me getting overzealous with the temperatures, trying to get them down as cool as possible. Man, this thing, but it is actually a pretty gorgeous print otherwise. But here, you can see right there, see the holes there? Right on the back, right here on the top, along the top there, there's holes. Holes along inside of there, and inside of here. And it's just what it is. Alright, so in the chat we have Fernando Pena, Chris Self, Mike Whaley, Paul Cumber, John Mack, the German print nerd, and a 3D print trucker. Welcome everybody in the chat. I know there's more. Yes, I need more top layers. Yes, I know, John Mack. That's what I said, buddy. I tried to skimp to save filament because just this size was going to take up a whole roll. It was 990 grams. What's up, Hawk? Techie Dad, what's up, my friend? So that actually, I'm gonna say it's not the worst thing that could happen. Brent Hawks is in the house. How are you, sir? It's not the worst thing that could happen because we were talking yesterday evening. No, I did not. I cut it off, David. I cut it off, and the reason, what's up, Techno Geek? The reason was because me trying to skimp on filament, I've got holes because I didn't put enough top layers on it, and I also didn't use enough infill. And I don't know about y'all, I don't like the fast honeycomb. I tried it. No Taco Tuesday tonight. My wife is not even home tonight. Her and my daughter are going shopping for somebody else's birthday party. What's up, Papa's Project? But yeah, David, this is my fault. I mean, the print actually looks really good because I was using 3 outer layers, and it is really nice. It really is. So we're gonna see. But first thing, what's up, Joe Paddock? First thing we're going to do is, I was looking. This thing has a macro here, and I'm going to try it. I'm gonna copy this, and I'm gonna go over to the Fouet. I'm gonna go to macros. I'm gonna create a new macro, and I'm gonna call it stall detection test. We're gonna see if we can home this without the sensors. So what this does, let's see if I can turn off this KK reveal right here. We're going to go to the screen share, and it's okay. There it goes. Okay, so this is a test file. Yeah, maximum effort. That's right. This is a test file that's on the Duet setting up for sensorless homing. All right, so set the end stops to use motor stall. Make sure everything has stopped before you make the change. Use relative positioning, blah, blah, blah. Move all carriages to the stop, stopping at the end stops. Down a few millimeters, back, blah, blah, blah. And if this works, then I can set this as my end stops. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these down. I'm pulling it down, as you can see right there. And I'm going to save this macro. Then I'm going to run this macro. Alright, that did not work at all. None whatsoever. Don't know why, but that did not work. It is stuck right there. So let's try this again. Let's go to edit and see why that didn't work. Because this is for a console, so it actually should work. I can't. There we go. Now I can see it. Nah, I can't. The camera's in the way. X, Y, Z, X50, Y50, Z50. That's reducing the motor current to 50% of what they already are. Okay. Move all carriages up 700 millimeters, stopping. So that should actually work. It's not working though. Isn't that weird? Rep firmware on a console. Okay. Should work. Don't know why it's not working. Because it did not move the X, Y, and Z motors 700. Huh. That's weird. Alright, so let's cancel the changes. They're still locked at 60%, so let's kill that. I mean, it didn't even try to move the other two motors at all. They just stayed still. So let's try it again. Alright, it didn't do anything that time. So let's try again. Alright, that worked. So let's move it down. Did it home? Let's see if it actually homed. It says it's homed. So let's go back to the macros and let's go G1 Z100. So we'll move this down to 100. Okay. So let's try this again. Yeah, this is not really working all that well. I don't know what this is doing, but that's just not. Let's don't move it to 50%. Let's try something different. Let's edit this. Let's move these to since I've already got them at 950. Let's mark that out and mark this out, because I'm not really caring about the cutting them down much. Move carriages all the way up, down a few millimeters. Why is it Z -5? I don't need to go Z -5. Save changes. Let's try again. Yeah, I didn't even move that time. Let's go to machine control and let's hit home on. Alright, see, my regular homing's working fine. Senseless homing, yeah, right? Alright, so let's see what it says about sensorless home. I'm going to pull this over here so I can make changes while reading the page. Stall detection. Configure sensorless homing limitations, blah, blah, blah. Procedure. Alright, for each motor. First off, we have to set up for stall detection. The M915 command. Drive numbers to configure. We even use that on the G code on the macro. Edit. See, there's no 915 command in here, so I don't know. All right, trolling for dollars. Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. Yes, Brian Baker. That's exactly what I'm going to try to do. Is set this up so it does sensorless homing. All right. Okay, all right. See, but nowhere in the test file does it set the 915 command. No, it's not running Marlin. This one is running the RepRap firmware. So let's see. Let's see. There's some other stuff in here. That's the document. Does it make sense to implement it on a Delta printer? To help understanding. Okay. I agree. Minimum, you should do 3-point auto calibration after homing. Alright, here's my home Delta. You just need to adjust it to get it to stall with as little impact with whatever physical in stops you have. Alright, so there's set stall detection. Okay. M574, that's fine. But see that... Uh-oh, hold on. What's up, Brian Vines? How are you, buddy? Get on the wavy hype for tomorrow. What is it currently doing? It is currently using optical sensors, but I'm trying to get this to work. Let's look at the home Delta and see what it says. Cancel there. And let's go to settings. Home Delta. I tell you what, let's see. If I comment out all of this, I go over here and I copy this. Alright. Let's paste this into the home delta. And hit save changes. Alright, so now when I go to machine control and I hit, oh wait, stop. Who's my interview for tomorrow? Can I tell you? Yes, I don't have one. I don't have one. The person I contacted hasn't answered me back, and I've been slacking about getting somebody else because I've been working on this thing. Alright, so let's see. Let's see how the sensorless homing works. Not worth a crap. Alright, so let's go over here and look at the stall and see what's going on. Yeah, no, I don't have anybody yet. I guess, man. It's more obsessive than anything. Alright, so negative 64 to 63. F1 is filtered, R is log only. I do not want filtered. I want unfiltered. F0. There we go. F0 for sensorless homing. 0. What is the R? Configuring stall detection for sensorless homing only. Okay, yeah, that's good. Alright. Axis to configure. Drive numbers to configure. So I have P. There should be a P3 on there, right? Number, colon, number. I don't know. On this file here, it doesn't have one. It's got XYZ S2. What is S? What's the S number? Stall detection threshold. It's at 2. So I need to set mine down quite a bit. S2, I'm going to go with S negative 20. Alright. F0 and then R0. What is the R again? R0 for homing only. Alright, what is this? Set in stops to use motor stall. That's fine. X2, Y2, Z2. Okay. Reduce motor current. That'll work. 700, okay. What's up, Thomas M. Roz? Oh, and I didn't say hello to Brian Baker or Rover. So, hello, welcome. Save changes. Pull these down here. And let's hit the machine control and home all again. And let's see if this stall detection works. Alright, it says you can go to negative 64 on sensitivity. But I may need to turn up my amperage a bit on my motors. Settings. What's good in the hood? Nothing. I know it sounds like an old sewing machine. Alright, so let's make this 50 so we can actually get an amperage change. Alright. Everything should be good. Everything else should be okay. Motor current's back to normal. Centered ahead. I'm at negative 20. Let's go to negative 40 on the sensitivity. I think that's right. Let me see. Stall detection sensitivity. S parameter to a lowest value. You do not get false stalls. Okay, so I'm at negative 40 right now on this change. Save. Machine control. Home it. I'm sorry, y'all, but that's not working. I mean, that's at negative 40. Pull these down. Values below -10 not recommended. Filter mode is 1 or 0. So I need to go to settings. Let's go to edit the home delta again. We keep trying it. Did I turn it into a jackhammer? Working on it. What's up, Carl Brown? How are you? Casa del Wacos is in the house. Alright. So F0. So let's try. No, F0 is the way I should go. Minimum motor full steps per second for stall detection to be considered reliable. Default is 200. Try 400 for 0.9 degree motors. So it should be on this H. I'm just going to put H200 just because. H200. Alright. R0 is no action default. Alright. Where's R1? R1 is just report it. I don't want to just report it. Yeah, I guess we could, but no action is what it says to use. Alright. Hey all, Country, your music reminds me of the Berenstein Bears theme song when my kids were younger. I love that show. Sweet! That's good. Yes, Brian Baker. It is X2Y2Z2 S3. That is correct. M574, yes. That is right after setting it to use stall detection. What's up there, Mr. Buttram? Alright, so I have my motor currents at 50%. Where is that? Okay. Motor stall is updated every 1 or 4 depending on what I figure. Alright, for each motor you wish to use sensor, configure motor stall detection threshold and minimum speeds as previously described. Where's the minimum speed? Drive numbers to configure. Alternative to using the P. Okay. Alright, so that's good there. I've got my my detection threshold right now is set at -40. Alright, so that should be good. My F stall detection filter mode is set at 0, which is 1 reading per full step. Minimum motor full steps per second. This is optional. The default is 200, but I set it H200 anyway. Action to take is no action, which is the default, which is fine. Configure sensorless homing. Alright. On a Delta printer, the towers home to the top, and variation one of them homing would cause a significant calibration error. With just one cycle of Delta auto calibration, therefore, if using sensorless homing, you should always auto calibrate after homing and before printing. I do that anyway. If you normally include a G28 in your slicer, add a G32, which is what I do. If you want to resume after power cycle facility, in your Resurrect Prolog file, you can home and then probe the bed at 3 or more points at the periphery. Yeah, I won't be using sensorless homing if that's the case. I mean, that's just ridiculous. If you can't resume after a print or after a power failure, that cuts out the other good stuff of what I wanted this for. Okay, the motor speeds, but I still wanted to see if this would work. So we're going to see. So your homing moves must have an F parameter greater than 2400. The standard homing files generated by config tool do a fast homing, then back off, blah, blah, blah. You won't be able to do the slow, fine homing. Alright, so they've got F2000. Let's try it at F2600 and see if that helps any. Because this says 2400 minimum. So let's hit save changes here. Don't know why we wouldn't have it that way. Uh-oh. Well, that didn't work. So now, alright, let's go to settings. And let's go back to this and set that back to a 2. Because when I just did the home then, it said it was homed and it didn't move. It's the replicated duet. Whatever maker! What's up, Thomas Elrod? How are you, buddy? Alright, so let's go back instead of -40. Let's do the 2 that he had, or whoever had in their file. Alright, so let's hit the stop. So it'll reload everything. The motors will be loose. Thomas at whatever maker Elrod! It does sound terrible, and I'm not even Jake from State Farm. Alright, so here we go. Okay, so I don't know if that was sensorless homing or if that was just luck of the draw. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut it off, disconnect the sensors, and try it again. One, two, let's try to keep them in order. 3, and cut her back on. Now we have no X, Y, and Z sensor on here. Let's move it down to the bottom. Now why? Why did you do that? That should be working just fine. I got an error on my DL Touch. Worked fine that time. Alright, so here we go. Connection lost. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Let me move around here. Let me move around here. Go back to the green screen. Alright, here we go. This is with all sensors disconnected. Let's hide the chat so you can see through there. All sensors disconnected. Let's watch the carriage go up and see if it'll work. Home on. That was sensorless homing. So now it homes with sensorless homing, but it says I can't resume after a power off. So now I'm at a loss as to should I resume after power loss or not. Well, but we're gonna see what it'll do if I slice a benchy. Or let's do a country tree frog. Yeah, I know that. But how often does the power go out? At my house, a lot. Alright, country tree frog. You know what though? I left the other settings in. Resume after power off is useful. And I do have a UPS, by the way. These are on the UPS. Alright, so let me find the 3D Benchy. Or the country tree frog. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. Alright, so let's hit open. And I want to test the new settings that I just put in here. I'm doing more retraction at a slower speed. And I want to see how this turns out. So we're going to hit OK. I'm going to prepare to print. Jake from State Farm, I was just talking about you. You heard me talking about you, didn't you? let's try this and say, what's today? Today is 9/18, 091818. Hit save. Did I put senseless or did I put sensorless? I think I put sensorless. I believe I'm correct on my description. Sensorless. Yes, I did. All right. What's up, Big Steve? And guess what? We do have sensorless homing working right now. Now, I could turn it so that, you know, the stall detection, so if it hits and stalls, it would go back to the top. I'm not going to do that. With a Delta, you're a lot, well, I ain't going to say a lot less likely, but you are less likely. All right, so I've got this. I've already saved it. Let's go back over to the Kuntry Klub G-code. Upload. Country Tree Frog 91818 open. It's a 4 megabyte file. This says it'll take 45 minutes, so we should be able to get finished watching this one and see how it turns out. I do have the Benchy from yesterday, and I also have another print that finished from yesterday. Now, I said on Discord that this was probably the best Benchy I've ever seen, and for the most part that's true, but after further inspection, I really do need to work on the linear advance because the coast and wipe has left a little bit of, you know, just a little bit on the sides. But other than that, this thing is damn near perfect. Hold on, I'll show you. Let me get this started. The Tree Frog 9, blah, blah, blah. Alright, we're using silver 3D Solutech. Alright, so we're good there. Alright, minimize. Go back up here. Alright, so let me show you. Look at the holes. Look at that. And you see that one little hair right there? And I think there's one right in the bottom of the door. Yeah, see it right there in the bottom of the door where there's a couple? That's it for the hairs. God dang it. But for the most part, this thing turned out perfectly. But on the sides, if you look, the coast and the wipe was off a little bit. So, pressure advance on Duet. Better than the one from Chris. I didn't say it was the best Benchy ever. Best Benchy I ever printed. What's up, pupils in the house? About time you came back, my friend. Good deal. Alright, so we're heating up. We did the sensorless homing, and it should do it again because I have a G28 in my code. So it should G28. It should home, go down to a G32, and do its thing. Now, the 250% UFO Country Alien did finish, but as you can see, I've got some stringing in there. But other than that, this is a fantastic print coming off of this printer. Now I will tell you, I am fantastic and happy and everything else, ecstatic with the printer with the Fouet on it, bar none. This is the Delta I wanted when I got the Tevo. This is what I wanted. I wanted it to be this. This I can play with slicer settings and make work. With the Smoothie Wear, you can play all you wanted to with the slicer settings. You wasn't making crap work. It worked when it wanted to, and it did what it wanted to. Those are guide wires for steering a spaceship. That's right. That's right. Alright, so we have started printing. Pull the booger out. But I think part of my issue here was I tried to be as you can see, I didn't have enough top layers. You can see the honeycomb through there. And through 4 layers of filament, you wouldn't be able to see that. So I tried to cut it down as much as possible. But the infill is solid. Everything is solid. This is all slicer settings. This is all Walter settings, and I'll get those worked out. I did order 4 rolls of 3D Solutech, so. What is the Country UFO STL post? I don't know. I have to see. What's up, Gabe Cologne? I don't know. It's on my Discord, I do know, app people. So if you go in there, I think it's under useful files and links or something like that. But I don't think we put it on Thingiverse because Josh from Alien 3D had this alien done, and I don't know if he wants it out for everybody. If you want to join my Discord and go get it, then there you go. All right, let's see what we get now. This is using sensorless homing. I don't even have them plugged up. All right, we got a purge wipe. Good deal. It's still got some stringing at that temperature, and that's at 225 degrees. It's still got a lot of oozing going on. Yes, I did. You know, I think that's actually on Thingiverse, the Country Gnome. I believe it is. Well, one of them is anyway. One of the gnomes is on there. The other one is not. The other one is on my Discord. Oh, the UFO is out there. It's by Alkesh 1. It is out there. That's correct. Heck, my face is out there even. I don't know why the owl and skull is out there. When you type Kuntry 3D, I don't get that. Got a Country Cthulhu, Country Group, Country Proto Gnome, a wine glass by Matt Flinchball, the Buddha, my shield from Shawna. Yeah. Now 3D Printing Llama's Country Gnome is out there, and it's got me wearing a baseball cap. Yeah, with the cowboy hat. Yeah, Tinker's printed it off. That's right. But if you search for Country 3D on Thingiverse, you'll find a few things that are out there. Perfect first layer, guys. Here, let me get your old camera down here, maybe. I don't know if I can or not. Turn on the tabletop. Man, that ain't working. Yeah. So that's with sensorless homing, and it's laid down a perfect first layer and print away. So we're gonna see. We are going to see how that turns out. This is at 100 millimeters a second. I think that this could have also benefited from slowing it down. Oh, it's 110 millimeters a second. Slowing it down to 100. I believe that's why I lost these over here. And I don't understand it. These are perfect. Perfect on one side, and on the other side, they didn't work worth a snot. Thank you, buddy. But see, those over there, this side is almost perfect. Cooling? I don't think so. And then on that side, that's what I got. Maybe the problem is it sets like this, so the cooling fans are blowing the exact same directions on each side. So I don't know. Yeah, but it's not one-sided cooling. Both fans are hauling butt. It's actually, it cools from both sides. So it would have had the same amount of cooling on each side. One would have been on the outside, one would have been on the outside. It would have made that. Yeah, there's two. So basically the way that this works is your nozzle sits in the middle, and you have two fans, one on each side, blowing down at it like this. So should have equal cooling. The sensorless homing's pretty awesome. But power off or zoom would be nice too. Extremely minute coasting. Well, my coasting, hold on, let me go in here and I'll tell you because my coasting and my wipe is very small. Ah, that sucks, llama. My coasting distance is 0.20. My wipe distance is 2.0, and my extra restart distance is negative 0.2. So now I did up the retraction on this model from 3.8 to 4.3. I'm going to see how that works out. And went from 70 millimeters a second to 55. So we'll see. Because I still really want to print the 500% tree frog, country tree frog. Leaving at 4 a.m. for New York City. You know what? I need to look. How many folks we got in here right now? I have to say thank you to my good friend Brian Vines for helping me secure an interview coming up in October that I'm excited about. And he pestered just enough so that this person said yes and has agreed, and we have now set the time and the date. The date is October 17th. You need to circle that on your calendar, because to me, that it's 1 month away. 1 month. To me, it's just freaking cool. So, 1 month, October 17th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Doing a PBS special. This thing is just moving right along, fellas. And printing very well. Not seeing any stringing at all, so maybe that'll help. And I hope Brian Vine... Oh, he said he'd be right back, so he's not here right now. Alright, so let's see. I go out here. Nope, that's not the one. Ha. Yeah, that does suck. If I was that close, I'd have to go, I think. Trying to look at some pictures. Sorry. Alright, this is not doing what I wanted it to do. Come on. Alright, so he's not there. Alright, come on. Full cast and crew. That's pretty freaking awesome. Did not know that, but cool beans. Okay. Yeah, that sucks, Brian Baker. My wife did that. She got hers taken out when she was 28 years old. So, 28 years old, got her tonsils taken out, which is quite a lot. Okay, so we have the sensorless homing is working. What's up, Tristan? How are you, buddy? We're going to see how we look. What is that? More crap. But I really didn't have a lot for the show. I mean, I printed all day, and I need to get ready because something special is coming. Crossing our fingers, it's going to come Sunday morning, like so. So y'all be prepared for Sunday morning. That's all I can tell you. I've sworn to secrecy. Sworn to secrecy. This thing's awesome. Another hurricane. That may be. Let's look and see. Is there another hurricane out here? Are we getting another storm? It sounded like it just a few minutes ago. My radar. Don't see nothing. Still loading, so we'll see. Yep, Nuru, that is correct. And the thing is, it's not. If everything goes according to plan, it will be a Sunday morning stream. That's awesome, Tristan. What are you using for your multicolor prints, Tristan? Yeah, I can actually see that. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot over Virginia though. And ours was just straight up just afternoon thunder showers. If I zoom in here and hit the screen share. Yeah, see this? That's what I heard booming because I live right here, and that's what I hear. So, come on, you can do it. Oh, my bad. So yeah, you can see that. That's what I heard. We're not getting anything but afternoon thunder shower, which that's a pretty good one, I have to say. I heard it just a minute ago. I did. I heard it. So. Close the radar. Alright, what do I got over here? Alright, I think it was 3D Brit Hawks. You're wanting to show your wife that this will fit in your space or whatever. The footprint really isn't that big. If you did a 48 centimeter square, you could set this on it. Go up to Connecticut. My bad. Another chance of snow. Where you live, Brian Baker? Did you got a chance of snow this weekend? That's ridiculous. Oh, I got you. I got you. I got you, Tristan. That focus is out. Oh. Calgary, Alberta? Canada? It's snowing in Canada already? I guess so. I guess so. Let's focus that camera. All right. Not me. I am down in the swamps of Florida, buddy, and it is friggin' hot here. And I do mean hot. Not even like a little bit hot. It's just friggin' hot. That's printing pretty good, I have to say. Still see a little stringing there though. Not much, but a little. But you see how good it does the legs here? And that's one of the reasons that I didn't mind printing the T800 with those little bitty spires. You know, it's a big thing down here, Llama. We got snow 4 years ago. Actually, in Pensacola, I think it was. They had the signs on the highway had icicles hanging off of them. I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait till it gets to mid 40s here, upper 30s. I can't wait. I love it. I'm allergic to the cold, and no joke, I have cold urticaria, but I still love the cold so much better than this heat. And when the humidity goes down, my prints look better. They don't string near as bad. Oh yeah, no doubt, Llama. I understand. I do. I get it. But you got to understand also, we have that all year with rain. We don't have to shovel the rain by no means. But our ground is slop pretty much all the time. So, you know. Oh, I did get some good news. They're clearing the land next to me. There was an acre between me and the next guy that owned 500 acres over there. And somebody bought it. So they're clearing it off. So I'll be having neighbors soon. Hopefully they build them a nice privacy fence between here and there. So that I can keep my privacy. I have no idea who bought it either. But they are clearing it. I mean, it is absolutely a clear lot. They left the big oak trees, which is nice, but you're right, Jason Smith. Good fences make good neighbors. I just really hope they come and looked at this lot before they bought it. Because I know a lot of times people from out of state, they'll actually buy a piece of land because it's cheap. That 1 acre next door was, I don't know, $8,000, $8,000, something like that, $9,000. And I mean, you're only 2 miles from the Gulf, a mile and a half from the Gulf, so why not, right? So they'll buy it thinking they're going to build a nice old big old house on it. Guess what? They're putting it in a neighborhood that nice houses don't go. 20-year-old hot girls make good neighbors, I guess, man. I got daughters older than that, so. That thing's printing nicely, so can't complain too much. Now, the light speed, are you in here? You're not in here right now. Light speed's not here. Brian Vines isn't here. Yeah, but you don't live in the swamps either, Llama. It takes a special breed to live here, I guess. I don't know. But like I said, a lot of people buy it from when they're from out of town without even looking. They're like, ooh, an acre, woohoo! You know? And I don't know what they paid for that acre. They could have paid $15,000 for all I know. Dang. I know that my property, just my land, the 2 acres is only appraised at like $14,000. So, you know, it is what people will pay for it. Now, I've got 2.5 acres in Florida. So, you know, if you're getting 1 1/3 acre for $100 grand, I should be able to get that for 2.5, right? No. When I moved away in 1989 to join the Army, you just about couldn't give land away here. People didn't want to live here. It's marshy, it's swampy, it's hot, it's humid, there's everything under the sun is here. People didn't want to live here. And then when I moved back, yeah, down the road they had 1/4 acre lots close to the beach down there for, you know, $500,000. And when I left, you could have bought that same 1/4 acre lot for 40 grand. And it's on the water, on the Gulf of Mexico. So that's how much stuff changed from the time I left to the time I came back. Muskeg, I can do that, Brian Baker. Well, that's the thing. They're not making any more land. That's why I'm not getting rid of mine. You know, I've got 2.5 acres here. It's hard to come by. I mean, unless you want to buy big tracts. Now, you can buy a ton of land here. We're not lacking on land here at all. Now, anywhere close to civilization, yes. There's a lack of land. But I can drive for 30 miles down one highway out here, and there's not a house or a development of any kind for 30 miles. Well, yeah, in theory. People like Shrek love the swamp. What are you doing in my swamp? Well, people think they like the swamp until they live here. And Trolling for Dollars is back home. They're working pretty good, I have to say. I was trying to see the infill on this and I can't see it. Ah, it's doing good. Yeah, it's doing fine. Oh no, I get that. I get that, Brian. We get that. We have that here. You know, when you go down the center of the state of Florida, there's nothing. I mean, it's empty. Right? Food nap. I don't want to go. Woo! I know that I know that feeling sometimes, buddy. I do. I know that feeling sometimes. Alright, so we've got sensorless homing done, so we can't do power off resume. So I have to make up my mind whether I like the sensorless homing or the power off resume more. To me, I think power off resume is more useful where I live. So I'm going to leave sensorless homing on for tonight. Back to tree frog. Yeah, we're back to tree frogs. Testing out some new settings, Jake, and this one will get done within the limits of the show. But if I don't get a guest before tomorrow night, then we're not going to have a show tomorrow night. So then Thursday night we would work and see if we could do the power off resume and make it work better. Because I would much rather have power off resume, and I also need to print the mount for this case. Somebody made a printed mount for the Tevo Little Monster for the Duet, and it's just a plastic mount that screws in, and then the Duet screws in on top of it, and I can use the same box. Everything works perfectly and everything looks good and all that. So I'm gonna move back to that. going to finish up the wiring. I need to redo the wiring on the top, get it back in its little wraps and all tied down nice and neat. Put the little door back on, the little case door. You know, and it's really funny because it says, you know, you can't get to the card and all that stuff. Unless you're gonna like do something stupid, you don't even have to take the card out of this. It's like my the cover that's on this panel do, and I know you can't see it, but on the touchscreen, you can't even get to the SD card in the touchscreen, and there's an extra slot in there. Yeah, that's the thing, Llama. This one really doesn't release. But here's the thing. I can print the mount on this for the duet and have that done. And have everything ready for Thursday. So, yeah, it finished when I cut it off. I cut it off. And the reason I cut it off is because somebody tried to skimp on filament. And it's got holes in it that I didn't see until I got home. So yes, it finished that far. Now, the supports failed and then caught back up, and they worked fairly well because the whole jaw line is smooth right there and perfectly printed. I had more stringing than I wanted. I need to work on the stringing for the profile. I need to work on the, what do they call it? Pressure advance on the duet. So there are several settings that I need to do. But I want to finish this. I want to get it done so I can get it out of the way. And I think that I can put the wires and stuff on it because I can set it in the corner and do, you know, the, what you call it? The slicing and all that stuff with it sitting in the corner. I can print on it in the corner. So once I get the top buttoned up, I can get this taken and put back over there out of the way, clean up this floor so that we can work on more projects because I got a lot. I've got the Harbo. I've got to get working on the 2.5 upgrade. I've got my printed i3, the first printed printer I made. The thermistor is either gone out or something. What's up, red light? So I've got to work on the printed printer, and then we have some new things coming that hopefully we can work on. Yeah, and I guess Brian Vine still hasn't made it back yet. I did want to tell him thank you again for his help in securing one of my guests for next month. Alright. Let me respond here. Okay. New filament sensor wiring error. Any ideas? Put a new filament sensor on it too. Man, I mean, unless you've got it plugged in backwards. That's the only thing I can figure, red light. But I didn't think they would plug in but one way. No, on the sensor, did you try swapping it the other way? That's the only thing I can figure. I think it's isn't it a 4 connector? The 4 conductor wire on the optical sensor. I thought it was a 4 wire, not a 3 wire. But on the yeah, it's 4 wires. On the sensor itself, there's no clip on it for it to clip, I don't think. It's just a smooth plug on both sides. What's up, Robbie Mack? John Hammonds? Joe, 4-pin on the extruder, 5 to the board. Okay. But I think you can flip the one on the extruder. I believe. Because it's just a smooth plug. There's no clip. At least I don't think so. I'd have to look and see. I'm not going over there to mine right now. White on top for the extruder. So the white goes on top, red light. What Joe says. Man, that tree frog, that country tree frog's looking good. If I'd have hit that, I'd have been upset. What was it I printed today? It was a failed T800. I don't have one in here to show you. It's the exoskeleton for the Terminator. And it failed because I tried to skimp on filament. So that's my fault. But what I will do... What's up, Joshua? Making a gummy bears mashup video. What's up, Robert Reynolds? Everybody's starting to get home from work. The first hour's over. Y'all know what to do. Links are in the description. Hey, and I will tell you, my daughter's GoFundMe account is still down there. Every little bit is appreciated for her to try to get her to Ireland in January. She's got $410 of 10 grand. So, just letting you know. Thank you very much. Hey, there's Lightspeed. I sent you a message on Twitter, buddy. I added you to a conversation on Twitter. Lightspeed. What's up, Ricky Tanner? And somebody else must have had a video going on because everybody crashing in here at 7:07. Still working with under extrusion issues. Yeah, mine absolutely needed a new nozzle. That fixed mine straight away. Big Steve asked me about that today on the video, and sure enough, I mean, as soon as I changed the nozzle, the infill under extrusion, you don't see it. Are you the Lightspeed on Twitter? The Lightspeed exclamation point. John Hammonds. Is what a Bondtech? Oh no, it's not a Bondtech. This is it's a knockoff E3D Titan extruder. The extruder's up on the side. It's a Bowden, so yeah, Lightspeed, I've got you. I added you to a conversation between Keith Developer, Colin Hill, and myself. So you should see it. I sent a message after I added you to it. Oh, at the Lightspeeds. Okay, so whoever the Lightspeed exclamation is, let me go in here and see if I can. Let's go here. How do you remove? Let's remove this person. I want to remove this person. I don't want to leave the conversation. I want to remove. There is no remove. You can't remove this person. Alright. Well, that sucks. No, that's you. At the light speeds. Yeah, that's you. That's you. I got you there. You're in there. I'm an Apple fanboy, 3D printer, jailbreaker, and e-boarder, love cars, trucks, all tech, etc. That's you. The light speeds. Yep. So there you are. Ah, just came through and I sent it like an hour ago. All right, cool. So y'all handle that. Y'all do what you got to do. I don't know. All right. Off Twitter. Off Twitter. Got to get off Twitter. How are we doing on the video doing? Is it looking okay? Thought I heard something going on in there. That's looking pretty slick over there, fellas. Looking pretty good. For those of y'all that came in late, you missed the setting up of sensorless homing on the Tevo Little Monster. Probably won't keep it because I want to use power off resume. No, here's the thing, Brian Baker. It's not. If you search for Tevo Little Monster extruder, that's the one that it is. It's not a knockoff that you can just buy. I don't know. It's the actual Tevo replica of the Titan extruder. It's still like 60 bucks, I think, to buy one of these. Do not buy a knockoff. Do not buy a cheap knockoff Titan extruder. Yeah, it's not an E3D Titan though. It's a Tevo Titan. I have an E3D Titan on the. It's E3D, right? Yeah, I think so. On the Hypercube. And you know, here's the thing. The print really, I could have let it go. The print itself looked fantastic. The finish on the print is fantastic. It really is. It was my stupidity that caused it to fail. See that? See the holes in there? And if you go around to the back, there's holes in the top. There's holes in there. The supports actually, those get clipped out. So those absolutely didn't cause any problems whatsoever. They actually still supported it and it worked just fine. I can pop these off and that would be just as smooth as silk right there. So I have no problem with that. But there was no sense in me continuing to throw filament at this because I wasn't going to keep it. But if I go in here and I remove these, you'll see that, I mean, it turned out really nicely regardless if those failed or not. Because those are just cutaway supports anyway. And I'm gonna tell y'all, we have to have a talk with the YouTubing community. Okay? I got a F-150 out there. And yesterday or Friday afternoon, was it Friday? Yeah. No. Yesterday afternoon, Monday afternoon, the Bluetooth quit letting the phone connect. It just quit. Okay? So that's fine. So I tried to reconnect. It wouldn't reconnect. So what do? I get online and I start searching for fixing the Bluetooth in my F-150. And there's hundreds of videos. All year models, they all do it. They lose their mind from time to time and you got to do something. So I start looking at these videos. And you know, come to find out, the best cure is to take out a fuse and reset the sync system in the Ford. Okay, not a problem. Not an issue. Finding out which fuse to friggin' take out now. On the same model truck, I watched 4 videos and there was 4 different fuses taken out. So, I don't know how they fix their damn trucks. Because I looked in the book and online for the manual for the 2014 F-150, and there's only one damn fuse. And not one video, not one fuse that they showed in the videos was the right fuse. One guy had fuse number 2, one guy had fuse number 41, one guy had fuse number 13. It was fuse number 9 in the book and online in the diagram. The only one for a 2014 F-150. And I looked at the video thumbs down, and one of the videos had like 300 thumbs down, 1 thumbs up. It's because they were giving out bad information. And I know you can just pull the battery connection. I understand that. I get it. But I wanted to find the fuse. So if you find yourself in a 2014 F-150, it is not fuse 2, it is not fuse 13, and it is not fuse 41. It's fuse number 9. Pull it out, turn the key on, wait 30 seconds, turn the key off, put the fuse back in, crank it up, Bluetooth works again. Woohoo! Okay, so now I took those out, and now you can see the jawline for this actually turned out fantastic on both sides. So the print would have finished, and it would have finished nicely, okay, on the outside, after hitting it with the heat gun, taking the threads off of it. Matter of fact, let's see. Let's hit it with the improvised heat gun. Yeah, so you take the threads off of there, that's gonna look fine. Not a problem. Oh, it is so bad. So bad. We've got 2 2014 Fords. Okay? Both of them use the same sync system. Same button configuration. The Fusion uses the sync system in my F-150. Completely different software for the same system. That to me is just dumb. I don't understand it. I really don't. I'm huffing PLA. No, I'm huffing and puffing. I'm out of breath. But I did get it back working today, so you know, I can listen to satellite radio again on the tablet. And I can watch movies while I'm going down the road and that type of thing. Yeah, right. It's actually not bad. It's got quirks like any software, and I did the latest update. That's with the latest updates installed, so you know. It's like Windows, but you can upgrade it. Matter of fact, I did already. Right after I bought the truck, that's one of the first things I did was to upgrade the firmware on the sync system. Probably should have left it as is. Alright, get rid of the hairs on the aliens. Alright. Josh, you didn't see this. You came in late, Alien 3D. I got him done. That's 250%, baby. Nice big old coaster. The green alien. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, he ain't that little. He's really not. But we, yeah, they're in the F-150. It's pain too. It's over on the right foot kick panel. And the thing is, I took the kick panel off and still couldn't find it because they've got a black cover on it and it just blends right in with the background. You're like, where the hell is it? Finally found it though. Got it all changed. Everything was good. Come on, Frogger Logger. Yeah, I thought about printing a really tall faceless V2 on this. I actually sliced it, but I need to reslice it and pull it up. Let's remove the frog. Import faceless V2 by Fantasy Graph. Let's hit that. Let's do this and go 300% on the faceless. That has a height of, let's see what it says, a Z height of 420 millimeters. X is 276, Y is 172, Z is 420. So I'm going to edit the process here. I've got the 4.3. Everything else is the same. Oh yeah, that sucks. Alright, so we hit OK. We hit print. This is going to take a while. Matter of fact, this may actually cause my video to bog down. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's getting there. Now the rendering of it for the preview make should be a scale to fit printer button. I bet there is. But 420 millimeters tall on a faceless is pretty good. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Yeah, there it is. It's back. Man, that thing is nice looking. Alright, so we want to see the coloring for feature type. No. For movement speed. There we go. Okay, so all of the coasts and wipes are down the back. Actually, no, they're not. Let me exit the preview on that. It's been buffering like crazy. Shouldn't be buffering now. It never went on orange or red or anything for anything on here. So let me go and check out my layers. Choose the closest starting point. There we go. To a specific location. That should line them up. Let me go over here and use a coast of 0.2. Let's use a wipe distance of 1 maybe. Nah, 2 is good. Hit OK. And let's slice it again. Alright, so let's see. It does drop it down. It makes it buffer just a bit. Not too bad. I'm watching it. It hasn't turned any other color but green right now. Chris, you might want to try refreshing. Ooh, tired. I'm ready to go to bed. Can I just go to bed? As soon as we get done, I'm just going to go to bed. I think faceless is going to take like 24 hours. And almost a whole roll of filament as well. So, let me see what we got here. What's it say? It says, oh yeah, that lined everything up nice and neat. Right down the back of the legs, the back of the head. Right down the sword blade. So we should be good on the front of the model. We are fantastic on the front of the model. Lord have mercy, that's a lot of filament. Save toolpath. I'm going to find the, where the hell are you? There it is, Faceless V2. Hit save. Yes, I want to replace it because I changed some settings. The Gator Sub Benchy. Let's see. I do not have Discord open because Discord takes up quite a bit of bandwidth if it decides it wants it. So I will look Casa del Wacos after the stream. Not for long though, because I'm not kidding. I'm gonna go to bed early. It's 7:30, so I'll probably be in bed by 8:30 tonight. I'm old. Got old last Friday, remember? Come on, Froggy, Froggy. Jump, Froggy, Froggy, jump. It's saving. And that may actually cause more buffering than the actual, nope. No buffering. It's still 1365. It's doing fantastically over here. You spelled week wrong. Sleep is for the week. W-E-E-K. I could sleep for a week. Yeah. Sleep for a week. Yeah, that's it. Where's the benchy from last night? The benchy from last night is right here. That's the benchy from last night. I mean, it's... Like I said, the coast and wipe on it a little bit. This thing is just friggin' fantastic, though. Turned out perfect. You can't turn your AC down till 8. I hear you, buddy. Brian Vines, I see you're back. Alright, so I'm going to have to tell you thank you. Appreciate it. I guess you kept up with those emails today. Date and time has been set. I have not announced who yet. So I will start announcing that who next week probably. Maybe the week after. Not sure. But date and time is set. We're ready to go. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that immensely. Yeah, I think so. I think so. If we can make it stay on the 3D printing side of things, if I can make it stay on the 3D printing side of things, because I would love to talk to him about other things, but 3D printing is what it's going to be about. Because that's what the interviews are supposed to be about. 3D printing. I'm hoping that my interview for tomorrow night does call back or answer me back. I texted him on his phone today. And yeah, squirrel, right. But I texted him on his cell phone today. Didn't get a text back. So we'll see. There may or may not be an interview. If you do not get a notification at 6 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, there won't be an interview. Pretty much that simple. Got to go back up here. Light speed. Oh, should let one go every day. You're right, Brian Vines. I do let one go at least once a day. At least once a day. But yeah, no prints going every day. One reason is because, yeah, my video output's low on YouTube, and it's perfect in OBS. Hasn't changed. So, but one of the problems with letting streams like that go is I like to remote into my house computers every now and again, and when I'm streaming like that, it just doesn't work. All right, Brian Vines, thank you, buddy, and thank you again, Brian Vines. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I actually can't wait to get this frog off of here. Yeah, I don't understand it. I'm 1364 is about where I normally am, 1350 to 1360 to 1390, whatever. And it's perfectly green on OBS, but YouTube says that its output's low. What's up, Shasta? Yeah, you missed me setting up sensorless homing. But it does work. The printer does home without the optical end stops even plugged in. Thing is, I think it may actually work. The power off detection may actually work even with what it is. I'd have to try it and see. Well, hopefully. There we go. We'll find out. If I can get it off without breaking it, right? Those little bitty toes are hard to get under. Alright. Alright, so see that homed without them even being on there. Alright, so got some Harrys going on here. But other than the Harrys, let me turn that off. Other than the Harry stuff, the frog did turn out very nicely. Very, very nicely. And the telltale is the underside of the arms. And you can see the cooling is pretty good underneath the arms. Where's the T800? You want to see it? Hold on. It's down here on the floor. It finished that much. Then I cut it off. Watch out. Watch out, Techie Dad. But I cut it off, Tom, because how long did what take? This or the frog? This had been going since 6 o'clock this morning, and I cut it off at, what, 6 o'clock this evening. So it went for, this was 12 hours worth of printing. And it didn't have to do, Filament Frenzy, with the support failure, because that actually did its job. It caught back up and did its job. It had to do with me trying to skimp on filament. Oh, the frog took 46 minutes. Let me see. Should be on the screen. I didn't do anything with it, so let me pull up the web interface. And look, it said that it took 59 minutes and 57 seconds. Okay, but anyway, it had to do with me skimping on filament and not wanting to put the extra layers on the top and save that extra little bit to try to get this just under 1 kilogram, which I did, but it cost me the print. And it cost me almost half a roll of filament because of it. But the frog turned out great. Oh yeah, no, I can't either. What I want to do is I want to get the filament sensor on here, because I'm going to put one of those on here. And then once I get the, would it be a metric hour? I suppose so. Once I get the filament sensor on here, then I can just turn it on and let it run and not have to worry about it. But I also want to buy the 4 rolls of filament that it takes to print one like I printed before. And I may grab a 0.6 nozzle, so it will do it faster than the, what was it, 70 hours the last one took or something like that. With 8 pounds of filament, it takes a while to print. Not quite 8 pounds, but almost. It was a little over three and a half rolls of filament to print the T800. Yeah, no, it was absolutely big, and I gave it away at Earth. It was a very large one. But right now, I'm going to upload a file. I don't know if I should reslice it or not and add some more retraction. I did add a little bit more. So let me just go and I saved it. So let's go to G-code files and upload the files. And let's do the faceless final V2. Hit open. It's a 96 megabyte G-code file that I'm uploading. And I have a little less than 3/4 of a roll of filament on here. So this should actually make it a good, you know, I don't know, maybe through the day tomorrow, I'm hoping, because this isn't going to be finished. Some Uncle Jesse silver from Ziltech or Zaltech. Yeah, if I was going to do that, I'd just get the Hello 3D Silk, which I think that would be awesome. If I could get, you know, 3 or 4, if I got 4 rolls of the Hello 3D Silk Silver, I could print the T800 almost full build volume on the printer with 4 rolls. And I'm sorry, but in Silk Silver, 4 rolls of man, that would be awesome. That would so be awesome. Do not ever think that you're going to get a duet and have a upload speed demon. 530 kilobytes per second. That's what I'm getting. 530 on the upload. So at 96 megabytes, it takes a while. I'm at 53%. Yeah, I mean, that would be awesome, Tom. That really would be awesome. And you know, the sad thing is, though, you know, that's right. It took 96 hours to print that T800. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It was a 96-hour print. And that's without power off resume, and that was on the old smoothie board. So, yeah. That was crazy. But a 96-hour print for the T800 on this machine. So somebody said there's a fit to printer button. So let's go see what that actually will be. Exit. Let's remove it. And let's import the T800. And I have a repaired one that Scalda did for me. Right there. That's not the repaired one. I've got a repaired one somewhere. You know what? I think it is on the Discord. But I can use this one. That's why those failed. That's why it failed. I had the wrong model. My apologies. Alright, so tools. View. Edit. Scale to maximum size. Let's see what this is. The scale. Oh, hell. The Z height on that is 416 millimeters. X is 310 millimeters. And the Y is 265 millimeters. So I'm going to. This may take a second to slice. And it may cause my video to. May cause the video to stutter. But I am going to slice this to see exactly how much it takes. This is at a 0.2 faceless. V2. Pass the coffee you needed. I hear you, brother. Yep. It's making me stutter quite a bit. So, just a minute. Y'all give it a minute. It looks like it got past the majority of the calculations and went back green again. Maybe it did. Yeah, it's still stuck over here, so we're gonna see. We will see what we'll see. Yeah, y'all keep refreshing the Walter button. I hear you. It's parsing the G-code file now. I'm waiting. Waiting for the preview. And this is with 4 top, 4 bottom. Alright, sensorless homing worked. Get that filament out of the way. This thing oozes so bad, even at 225. At this size, the build time reported by Simplify 3D, 112 hours and 44 minutes. Plastic weight, 4,558.20 grams, 10.05 pounds. 4.5 rolls. This is 3D Solutech Silver, Brian. So 4.5 rolls of filament. So it would take 5 rolls of filament to print this T800 at max volume on the Tevo Little Monster. Oh yeah, it's PLA. Yes. Man, it oozes so bad. All right, so let's look at this. Let me hit the tabletop here. See if you can pull it up. Yeah, you can see it. That's a 345 millimeter circle that it's printing on. And you can see how much of the circle is left. Now, that's 8 millimeters bigger than the base because that's what I've got it set away. So, it's not worth it, one Raz. Say it again, just say it again. Yeah, I know, man. I know. 112 hours, 4.5 kilograms of filament for one print. For 10.05 pounds of plastic. To max size. Have I fully tested the layering on this printer up to full height? No, because it'll print up to 500 millimeters tall. Like 510. 511, something like that. And even just printing a stinking spire up that long, the problem is you get so much wobble at the top just from the friction of the nozzle. If your model isn't big enough to stabilize, you're gonna have issues. And yes, I have printed to the full height of it because, well, almost, because I have 500 millimeter extrusions that I printed. So yeah, I mean, I've used it up to its full height. Now that was on SmoothieWare. I haven't done it on this board yet. Alright, we have started filling in the base of Faceless V2. Print a huge vase. No, she don't want no more vases. She said I could never print another vase again and it would be too soon. Can I print the T800 bigger? Let me see. No, that's all I can do, man. I can only print it that big. Dude, that's freaking awesome. That looks like, what is that, a 5 or a 10? Gotta be a 5. And that would even be better, because then you don't have to worry about running out. So that would be awesome. All right. Yeah. It's a 10 kg. Yeah, dude, getting that shipped over here would be expensive, Tom. Very expensive, man. Very, very expensive. But, oh yeah, I would absolutely print at least one of them. And then we'd find something else to print. Very, very big. You damn right. I'll hang it right. Well, I'll hang it somewhere. I'll have to find somewhere to hang the filament, but it will get hung up if I have to make a special bracket for it. It would definitely get done. All right, Tom. 4 rolls at or 5 rolls on an MMU2. Well, on here on a pallet, yeah, that would be crazy, man. Couldn't you just see a 4-colored full build volume Terminator? Yeah, no, Joe, I get it. I get that. 3D Solutech is pretty much my go-to filament, and it's U.S. sourced and made. So, but dear God, that thing is enormous. I'm gonna wait until after the stream to save this because I do want to show you though. I do want to show you. Okay, let me pull this over. Now remember, this is a 500 by 340 build volume printer. That, and you can see I wasn't joking, 112 hours and 44 minutes, 4,558.20 grams of filament. Wasn't joking. It's massive. Your MMU just shipped. Woohoo! That's awesome, Tom. Awesomeness. Looks like it was rolled by a monkey. Did you really? I have yet to get a bad roll of 3D Solutech filament. I'm sorry, but and I will tell you straight up, I have yet to get one. All right, stream is acting all kind of funky right now. Don't know why. It's all over the place, so something's on the internet. As long as they offered a replacement, you know. 12% one Raz, 12%. Really? That's weird. But now I will tell you, I have contacted 3D Solutech several times to no avail. Had gotten no responses on emails, Twitter, Facebook, nothing. What's up? You do it? How are you, John? Yeah, it says it's good in OBS, but it still says, now it says it's green in YouTube. Need to figure out how to re-roll. That suck. Anthony Williams, what's up, my friend? Oh man, low back's killing me. Knees are hurting. I don't know, y'all really can't see that. Let me see if I can get that to focus a little better. Because let me zoom in. As far as I can zoom in, and I can't really focus it. Let me get closer. How about that? I can do that. Let's get closer. You see that? Y'all see that? Look. Look at that. Ooh. Later, Ben. Take it easy, Hulk, buddy. Thank you. Later, Brian. Let me zoom out a bit. Let me see if I can get this to set down a little more. Not really. Alright, good enough. Alright. We got about 6 more minutes. We're going to call it a night. And like I said, if you get a notification 6 p.m. tomorrow night, then there will be an interview. I think it'll be a good one. If the man calls me back and lets me know. He has not. I got his phone number from a country club member. I text him and ask him and have gotten no text response back. So he may be on vacation. He may be busy. Maybe something else. I don't know. So he expressed an interest, and that's the best I can do about it. So, all right. The Z height is not a little high. It's actually, for my liking, it's a little squished. It's just the way that it looks on camera. That is butter smooth right there. And it's not high. I mean, that's the base layer. Just the way it looks on camera, Tristan, because it's really not. Now, Big Steve, it's not a secret. I didn't say who it was because he hasn't. And I don't want to put his name out there if he doesn't respond or whatever. I don't want to call him out like that. The man may have something, going on in his life where he can't answer emails or anything right now. So I'm not going to put that out there. I do not have a UPS on this unit. It does, however, have power off resume on it. Now, I just set sensorless homing, so power off resume may not work. And no, I'm not high. Ever. Hell, I don't even get drunk, much less high. Alright. No, it's that. I hear you, Tom. I hear you. No, that I'm gonna tell you now, I never got layers like this, even with the smoothie wear. This is so, I mean, it's just so smooth. The smoothie wear would get it smooth, and then you would have a nice rough patch, and you'd have some that was off, and not this. It is smooth from side to side. I mean, it's just, oh, it feels so, oh, feel that. Y'all feel that? Y'all know how that feels, don't you? Especially Tom. Tom shows this crap all the time. But it is friggin' the bed leveling on the Rep Wrap firmware is so much better than on the Smoothie Wear. Just gotta say, that's exactly. Here, let me get it up a little higher there. I am so pleased with doing the conversion. I'm not gonna lie. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It makes this the Delta that I wanted when I bought it. When I got it. So it is what it is. And this thing is laying down plastic like it's nobody's business. Perfect layers. Yeah, I am too, One Raz. I'm so glad that it's going. I really am. I'm Oh no man. No worries, Tom. No worries at all, man. Y'all got a show coming up. Go do it. Absolutely. Spend your time doing the show. I don't even remember how long this print said it was, but it was quite a long print. Good night, Tom. I got a minute or so before I go, but I'm printing this at 110 millimeters a second, so you know, we'll see what that brings. It may be one of those where I say, nope, don't like it, need to slow it down, stop it and do it over again. But I think the TCT is a show in, thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. Country Club does rock. All of you guys rock every day. But it's a show in Europe, if I'm not mistaken. It's a trade show. But I think the next move for this, like I said on Thursday, I'm going to see about having the electronics box back up. And I'm going to put the holders on to hold the AC cords, and I'm going to put it back in the corner where it belongs, and get everything set up for working on other things, and maybe just doing some relaxing printing with my MK3. And did I get a thumbs down again? Well, you know, to pretty much every video, trolling. Pretty much every video. I don't care. It's fine. But anyway, guys, I may turn this on in the morning when I leave. If you want to watch it print, it may be up in the morning. Not sure. We'll see. But for now, that's pretty much it. We're going to get out of here. Call it a night. And if I don't see you tomorrow evening, I will definitely see you on Thursday. You guys have a great night. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being members of the Country Club. And if you're not, click the subscribe, click the bell, get notified when we go on again. And we'll see you in the future.